The Foo Fighters were on hand over the weekend in the United Arab Emirates for a special performance in Abu Dhabi at a Formula One event. Of course, Formula One is taking the world by storm. They just had a big event in Vegas a few weeks ago outside the Sphere. But unfortunately for fans in attendance at this show, this Foo Fighters performance was different than one you or I have ever attended. And that is because Dave Grohl and the Foos were censored by the UAE. They have very restrictive laws centering on speech. Here in the US, of course, we fight and defend for freedom of speech, freedom of the press. All of that stuff is extremely important to us here. Very different culture over in the UAE, where they will put you in jail for up to a year if you use profanity in public, especially if you're doing something like performing on a stage. And it was so serious that Dave Grohl had to hang a sign from his mic stand to remind himself of no cussing. And I imagine that was probably also done in consultation with maybe their legal team, maybe trying to show, hey, we do not intend to cuss. If you are familiar with Dave Grohl's performances, he is a big fan, dropping the F-bomb here or there, maybe even the MFer, motherfucker, on stage. He always makes the show so much fun. Here is Dave Grohl, though, hanging up that sign on the stage. You can see him putting it up. He doesn't say anything, and he even kind of seems a little bummed about it. But this was serious enough where they felt that this was necessary. You can see them performing Everlong right there in the UAE with the sign hanging up on stage. Now, the UAE actually is a close ally of the United States, despite the fact that they do have these rules centering on speech. I would love to know if there are any of those of you in the UAE that watch this channel. I know the UFC has events there as well. Is this something that is truly strictly enforced? From what I'm gathering over here, from my limited understanding of the UAE, it is that it is strictly enforced. Is this true? How do these raunchy UFC guys go over there and fight all the time and not get in trouble? I don't know. But I do know this. The likelihood that Dave Grohl would get arrested over there is truly slim to none. Again, they are very close allies of the United States. They're not going to make a political prisoner out of one of our favorite musicians over here. And so, but again, it just underscores censorship, not cool, big problem. We got to protect freedom of speech. The UAE, that is their culture. Those are their laws, but it is very important here to maintain that in the United States. And, I'd love to see Dave Grohl maybe say something about that and kind of underscore the importance of that, because I do think it's important, especially to artists who need to express themselves through music. So let me know what you all think about this. I thought this was super interesting, seeing Dave Grohl being censored like that on stage. It's not necessarily something that you're going to cancel a performance over, because again, the UAE is close with the US. They have a lot of rock and metal fans there that are great people that aren't tied up in that, and they want to see the band, and you don't want to punish the fans for the decisions that are made by maybe their government. But I do know that the Foo Fighters are an amazing live band, and we can't be having Dave Grohl getting locked up. He's a national treasure here, and so thankfully he was able to contain himself from dropping F-bombs up on that stage. Let me know what you guys think, and keep it locked here to Rock Feed. Hit that subscribe button for the latest news and updates.